We got to hit on the migrant crisis, and then we're going to jump into Trump. Because Trump got some pretty radical views outside of appointing Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to the government efficiency task force, okay? But we got to address this migrant crisis because the Biden administration is being advised to prepare themselves for an influx of people that are not supposed to be in this country coming to this country. Check it out.
Now to a News Nation exclusive as fears of an even larger migrant crisis grow ahead of Inauguration Day. With President-elect Donald Trump poised to reinstate mass deportations and changing immigration policies, people who have waited in Mexico for months for legal entry to the United States, they're afraid it's now or never, and border cities are bracing for that influx. News Nation's Jorge Ventura saw the rising desperation firsthand himself in Mexico, just across the border from Texas. Jorge, I'm just wondering what migrants are sharing with you, and are you seeing this surge materialize firsthand?
Yeah, so Marky, we've been hearing about this potential migrant surge ahead of January's inauguration. So our News Nation team did travel to Mexico to pay this negatives to get that firsthand look at this developing situation. And migrants say they are more desperate than ever to cross now.
After a long, dangerous journey through Mexico, this group of Venezuelan migrants feel like they are almost at the finish line. We arrived in a shelter right on the Mexican border and spoke with migrants who recently arrived in Piedras Negras who were able to get an appointment on the CBP-1.
How they able to charge their phone? That's the thing that I'm trying to understand. They got iPhones, they got Androids. How are they able to charge their phones? Where are they getting this internet access and who they paying their bill to? Where are they getting this? Where are they getting these devices from? Who are they communicating with? And do they have, because I'm going to tell you, when I go, I don't know how y'all do it. I know some people got Verizon. Some people are still rocking with T-Mobile. I have AT&T. I've had AT&T since Apple basically announced an iPhone. And I've just been with AT&T and just evolving my plan to make sure that I'm getting the best plan. But when I go overseas or when I go to a different country, I got to do sometimes I got to call them or something like that, or it just automatically locks in where, hey, you got a different plan and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, how are they getting Wi-Fi and how are they able to lock in to make sure that they're filling out the apps so that they're getting through the navigation, that they're using their Apple Maps? How are they doing this? You saying they're using WhatsApp. In order to use WhatsApp, you still got to have the internet. In order to use WhatsApp, you still got to have the internet. They got satellite phones. WhatsApp is their primary provider. Interesting.
App to enter the U.S. legally. This is a program that the Trump administration says they will put an end to. These migrants say that they feel like the lucky ones, but still feel they could be deported when Trump takes office.
The truth is, I am a little bit afraid, because the truth is that this man is, as we say, he's anti-immigrant. So the truth is that he scares me a little bit, but we're going with everything, with the faith of God alone.
Do you fear you could be deported by Donald Trump?
Yes.
A todos los migrantes nos había prometido, ¿verdad?
She promised all of us migrants not to stay, but a little bit of work.
But not all migrants here in Piedras Negras were able to get an asylum appointment to enter legally. For others, they feel like time is running out ahead of Trump's inauguration in January and say they must cross now. Here, a group of Venezuelan men make the decision to cross illegally through.
He got a brand new haircut. He got a taper. And who is his barber? Because I want to know who his barber is. They got brand new haircuts, tapers. And it's a group of men. Men are walking over here in droves, and they've been coming over here by the millions. What is this arduous journey that's preventing you from getting here when you're walking over with good haircuts and fresh, clean clothes and the new iPhones? They got iPhone 16s, crispy tapers.
the Rio Grande in an area where water levels aren't as high. The group of men say one last prayer before crossing. The men hang on to each other as currents in the Rio Grande start to pick up. The migrants do make it across the Rio Grande, but were met by Texas National Guard, who blocked the group's attempts to cross onto American soil. The guardsmen flexing their pepper ball guns at the migrants. One of the migrants can be seen attempting to enter by going through the razor wire, but couldn't manage to get through. Another group attempts to cross illegally through the Rio Grande. A woman can be seen holding a baby while trying to get through the strong currents, but the group was also blocked by Texas authorities from crossing onto American soil. Texas authorities doubling down on Operation Lone Star to manage the migrant surge. Here, another group of migrants is blocked from entering as a Texas National Guardsman aims his pepper ball gun at the migrants. Scenes like this on the border are expected to continue until Trump's inauguration in January.
And Texas authorities say they want to double down on an Operation Lone Star. But, Marky, we continue to see those groups continue to come in. We're actually at a smuggling hotspot, so we are expecting some big groups to be moved in earlier this morning. So Texas authorities say they're doing all they can, but saying that migrants are still slipping in.
Yeah, some of them rethinking their game plan now that the door's about to close. Jorge Ventura, live from Texas this morning.
Let me go over to another one. Now that we have Tom Homan as the borders are, it's a lot of retired Border Patrol agents. They say that they're coming back to serve the Trump administration.
We got more of this. Roll it. That's the first thing on day one. Start deportations of what? Known illegal migrant criminals?
Absolutely. So this administration is not doing it. This administration claimed, they told ICE, you're only going to deport those convicted of the most serious crimes. However, you look at the numbers compared to the Trump administration, the removal of criminal aliens by this administration is down 74%.
Well, Texas Public Safety Lieutenant Chris Olivares joins me now. Lieutenant, criminals will be deported first, right? Let's confirm that. They're out first.
Exactly. That should be the priority. That is the priority right now, at least from what we know, moving forward, going into the new year, is to prioritize removing criminals that have violent criminal backgrounds, that have orders of removal. Those should be prioritized to be removed before anything else. And of course, those are the public safety and national security threats, as Tom Homan just laid out right there. That should have been the priority with this current administration, is to remove those threats. But unfortunately, as he mentioned also, we have seen just a very low number of removals as far as criminals in the past 4 years. So that's why we need this change. We need to remove those that will cause or do pose a significant threat to public safety and national security. So we are definitely, in support of that as far as here in Texas. And we're happy to see that we're going to have some change in leadership moving forward that's actually going to address those type of threats.
But do you?
The people over there in Arizona and California, because California overwhelmingly started to swing towards Trump, they need to be put on notice, because this can't just happen in Texas. You can't just hold it down in Texas. And obviously it's going to change across the board once Trump gets into office. But still, for this entire almost 4 years, what you've seen is that they have adjusted and said, okay, well, we can't get in over Texas. We're going to head over to Arizona. We're going to head over to California, and we're going to cross that way. And so, how can you not deport people who are a threat to national security and criminals? Criminal behavior is you having a mindset to cross over here illegally in the first place, and you know better. That's what's called illegal. And then they get over here and they say, oh man, you can't deport me. I done been over here for too long. But you came in illegally. You came in illegally. If you have ill-gotten gains, okay? Let's say you go over and you rob a bank, and then you leverage that money in order to start a business. Well, guess what? They still have the ability to come and seize and then arrest you for robbing a bank, and you can't get your startup money from robbing a bank in order to have a successful business. I don't know what the dispute is.
Do you know where they are? The criminal illegal. Do you know where they are? And are you going to have to rely on ICE to go get them?
Exactly, Stuart. It's not going to be an easy task. It's not going to happen from one day to the next. The thing is, a lot of these criminals, you're not going to find them, right? It's going to take some time. It's going to be very tedious. That's why it's very important that a lot of these states and cities cooperate with.
Somebody said they're not illegal, though. They were let in. So if you don't come in here the right way and you cross over the border illegally, meaning that you didn't go through a port of entry, you did not file the proper paperwork, you didn't wait your turn, you didn't apply for a green card, you didn't come over here on a visa, none of that. You just came over. You're not here illegally. You can't come over and then apply for asylum and say that I didn't come over here illegally. You still came over here illegally. I'm not really sure where we all disagree at. Where we at? Where we at, y'all? Where we at, y'all? Reg, we on the same page? Let me know.
The ICE cooperate with the new administration, especially when you take some of these individuals to jail and place detainers on them for ICE. It's a lot easier for ICE to remove these individuals once they're in jail. Now, when they're not in jail, it's a much more dangerous environment now for ICE. Now it's more tedious for them to look for these individuals and have them removed. That's why we need this cooperation from everyone.
Okay. Shout out to my girl,
in Texas,
home
Tom Homan,
lifestyle.
the new administration will have a great ally in Texas with Governor Abbott. We are doing it right now. We are trying to locate some of these criminals, some of these gangs that have committed crimes in Texas, arrest them, place them in jail, and place these detainers on them for ICE.
It sounds like morale has improved dramatically with Trump's win. Listen to this.
Morale is through the roof. We received hundreds of calls, texts, emails, just saying how happy the agents are. There's a lot of agents that had originally said that they would retire if President Trump did not win. And now those same agents are saying they're going to hold back on their retirement because they want to serve under this administration again, because they know exactly how it was during his first administration. They know this one's going to be even better.
And that's what happens when you have workers that are then supported by their bosses or the administration. They then have greater morale. You have less turnover and people won't retire and try to get the heck up out of there because they don't feel like there's going to be any change. Because most of the people that work at the border, and I have a couple border patrol agents that I actually coach, and people that rock out with the Millionaire Morning Show, I'm sure it's more than what I'm able to identify. But they basically say during this last administration, their morale was low and they didn't even execute on their jobs as well as they could because they knew it would be for nothing. When you have people that actually believe in the vision of this administration, and inspiration and worker morale 100% affects what we have going on at the border, because these are people. These are people that wake up every day and they have to believe in what they do in order to do it, because they have some of the hardest jobs, some of the most dangerous jobs ever. And the fact that he was blocked at every twist and turn during his first administration, but the people still rocked with him and they wanted him back, shows you the difference between the Biden-Harris administration and the Trump-Vance administration.
Lieutenant, some people who resigned or who retired from Border Patrol, we hear that they're coming back. They want to come back. That accurate?
You know, Stuart, I mean, the Border Patrol right now, I mean, their morale is higher than it's ever been. Now they have actually something to look forward to, actually have some type of fulfillment in what they do every single day. I'm actually out here this morning working with Border Patrol, and I'm talking to some of the agents, and they're just excited to see what's going to come the next year. So even those that are retired, they do want to come back because they do want to actually help this administration carry out and advance their objective, and that is to go after some of these criminals and have them removed so we can have a safer country and obviously to secure our borders. So it's a great day. It's a great time for Border Patrol. They've needed this support for a long time now, and they haven't received it. So now they have something to look forward to going into the new year and actually the next 4 years. So, but again, it's going to be very challenging. But again, having that cooperation with Border Patrol and everyone else, it's going to make this job much successful and also much easier for us to do.
All right.
And here's the best part about this is that when you have the support of the people and the right thing, let me do this. I'm feeling a little inspired. I'm feeling a little inspired. Let me see something. Give me a second. A lot of y'all was here when I called my mom and I asked her, why are you voting for Kamala Harris? Let's see if I can get her on the phone. Because it's in my own family. It's in my family too, y'all. I haven't talked to my family since the election. I'm just kidding.
Your call has been forwarded to
now don't nobody want to Nobody want to answer my phone call. Do y'all know that I have not had one phone call, not one, hey, how you doing? Not one text message, not nothing. Nothing. I haven't had one phone call from my family since the election. Let me call one of my brothers.
Yo, what up, though?
What up? You busy?
I mean, I'm at work.
Hey, so I'm on a live stream. Can you talk?
Okay, what's up?
No, I just wanted to know what your thoughts was about the election.
Hey, it is what it is. I was upset, disappointed within the first hour, but after that, it's just like, okay, life goes on.
What's the sentiment at your job?
The same, very much the same. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not. It's nothing that you should just be looming over and crying over. So, yeah, it's big that we can't handle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just trying to figure out what the sentiment is. I said that I was going to follow up.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Of course, you whenever you lose, it don't feel good. But I can't sit around and mope, cry over spilled milk. Just got to move on.
Yeah. All right, just trying to figure out. You said what?
I'll be okay. It's the other people that,
What you mean by the other people?
You got like the Palestinians. They gon' find out real fast. The Latino men gonna find out. There's a lot of people gonna find out. They're in the F around stage now. So now it's time to find out.
I got you. All right.
Yeah, ain't no biggie though.
All right. Cool.
I lost, and I accept the loss, and just gotta. I'll be fine. I got money, so I'll be good.
Yeah, I feel you. All right.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right, bye. I'm trying to tell you, listen. You know how they said 78% of black men actually voted for Kamala Harris? Well, I'm a part of that other percentage that didn't. I'm a part of the 22% that didn't. I am the 22% of my family that didn't vote for Kamala Harris. We all, and I have to be transparent, we all have it. We all have it inside of our family. We all have people. I'm not immune to it either. I got it just the same way that you got it. And I got it in my family too. I'm wondering if I can call. Oh, let me see. Who else can I call? I'm curious. Let me see something. Just want to see a couple more. Let me try one more person. Should I call one more person? No, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. Honestly, I was just curious because my family, for some reason, they just kind of disappeared. They ain't really said nothing to me. I thought that they would be like, hey, man, how you doing? What you got up for this holiday season? I ain't heard no plans for Thanksgiving. Am I still invited for Thanksgiving? Am I still invited to Thanksgiving? I might not even be invited to Thanksgiving. Where's Thanksgiving at this year? Are we having Thanksgiving? I think that they was planning something, maybe. Honestly, God, I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm invited to Thanksgiving. It has been 8 days since the election. I have not talked to one person in my family in over 8 days. Actually, it's been 10 days since I talked to anybody that's a part of my family. I don't even know if they mess with me no more. I don't know if nobody mess with me and my family no more, bro. I am probably kicked out of the family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know if nobody was going to answer the phone. Mom ain't answering the phone. Mom, I still love you.